CNN News Selection number 1. Not for sale.
Not for sale.
The U.S. President Donald Trump has reportedly expressed interest in buying Greenland. But the Arctic island is giving the president the cold shoulder. You could say a cold response, saying, quote, "We're open for business, but we're not for sale." CNN's Tom Foreman has more on Greenland's reaction.
Completely insane. He's gone crazy. No, thank you. The uproar in Greenland over the whole idea that President Trump thinks maybe the United States should buy the world's largest island has been swift and strong. I can only laugh. He's lost his marbles. The White House is not saying if this is a serious proposal, and the Wall Street Journal, which broke the story, says
it's definitely real in the sense that he talked about it a lot, and it's something that's definitely on his mind. As far as how real? I mean, it's not just how real, it's can he actually do it? The answer is probably no.
No, because despite Trump's boast about his business skills, Greenland is owned by Denmark and home to 55,000 people, whose autonomous government has tweeted, "Greenland is rich in valuable resources such as minerals, the purest water and ice, fish stocks, seafood, renewable energy, and is a new frontier for adventure tourism. We're open for business, not for sale." But why does Greenland, which is 80% covered with ice, matter anyway? That's a clue. Greenland is a gateway to the Arctic, and as global warming opens the region to more exploration and traffic, a lot of countries are showing interest, including China and Russia. The U.S. already has its biggest northernmost military base there.
It's located 750 miles north of the Arctic Circle, which remains a critical area of the globe in terms of our ability to thwart and defend against particularly Russian threats.
And history suggests this truly may not be a crazy idea. In 1867, the U.S. bought another huge cold place, which was mocked as a folly. But Alaska has worked out pretty well for American interests. And two times before, U.S. officials have raised the notion of buying Greenland. Still, the outlook for this real estate deal is not promising. It's not something you buy or sell. If countries want other territories, it's war. Next month, President Trump will travel to Denmark to meet with the Prime Minister and the Premier of Greenland. Whether he will take his checkbook, no one knows. Tom Foreman, CNN,
Washington.
CNN News Selection number 2. Protectors of the Forest.
In Ecuador, the Amazon rainforest is being protected from degradation after an indigenous tribe took on the government and has planned to expand oil drilling. CNN's Becky Anderson has this report.
Called the lungs of the earth, the Amazon is the world's largest rainforest and one of the most biologically diverse places on the planet. Its 6 million square kilometers of forest are a key buffer against increasing levels of carbon in our atmosphere. But this precious natural resource has long been under threat. Now one tribe is fighting back. We came here for our right to live. We haven't come here to negotiate with the government. We came here to get the government to respect our jungle, our land. It's our home. Nemonte Nenekemo is a leader of the Amwardani, one of a number of indigenous tribes that still call the rainforest home. The Ecuadorian government has sought to expand oil production in the region to boost an ailing economy, a move that threatens the tribal way of life.
In response, the Iranian people have taken to the streets and courts of Ecuador to prevent the government selling their ancestral lands to oil companies.
With the help of an NGO called Amazon Frontlines, the tribe won a land case in April, which campaigners say protects 500,000 acres of rainforest. That ruling was upheld against an appeal by the Ministries of Environment and Energy, a second victory for Nemonte and her tribe.
They have won the victory. This means that our children and future generations are going to live healthy, free, and happy.
Their story is a rare glimmer of hope in the fight to save the Amazon, and
it could pave the way for the other tribes to take the similar action.
Ecuadorian officials were not available for comment. In July, they said in a statement,
"It is important to highlight that this ruling does not affect in any way the oil production in our country. We confirm our commitment to develop our natural resources with the highest social and environmental standards, respecting the community's rights in the key project areas."
The only message I can give the other countries
is to have a soul to defend our jungle for future generations, because we are not children, and it's our children who benefit.
while the Wairani lands are protected for now, other parts of the Amazon are at increasing risk. Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro has undone decades of rainforest protections, causing deforestation in Brazil to accelerate to over 1.5 football fields every minute. And leading researchers fear the Amazon is at a dangerous tipping point. Less drastic action is taken. The mountain tribes like hers may be the last ones standing in defense of this priceless natural resource. Becky Anderson, CNN, London.
CNN News Selection number 3. Modernization of an ancient art.
Today in Macau, the convenience of technology means that fewer and fewer storefront signs are actually being made by hand. But for one topographer, the painstaking process behind writing and carving Chinese characters by hand is well worth the extra effort. And now he's working to preserve a decades-long art form that's truly of Macau. Christy Listau introduces us to the artist and the delicate balance of his brush.
Imagine a big-headed guy with tiny legs. This would not be good. Just like a human body, Chinese characters need to be in good proportion and look pleasing to the eye.
In his workshop in an alley in Macau, Lang Bong-yeong is looking for an exact ratio in his handwritten words. For more than 30 years, he's been creating storefront signs in the former Portuguese colony. Hundreds of which, he says, still pepper the Macanese streets.
I've always been interested in Chinese characters. When I was a student, classmates would ask me to write for them because they liked my handwriting. When I got older, people told me that I should open my own business.
A typographer by trade, his work starts with the basics. Brush, ink, paper. And each of his characters, Lam says he aims for a trifecta of balance, clarity, and liveliness.
I started doing this when I was 30 years old. At the time, computers were not popular yet, so people still asked you to handwrite for them.
In 2014, a chance meeting led Lam to local typeface designer Benny Tang Pao-yi, a longtime fan of his work.
I would say that handwritten signs, like Mr. Lam's, convey more emotion and humanness, while a digitally printed sign feels lifeless.
Together, the two decided to digitize Lam's handwriting, with every stroke and every character replicated on Tang's computer and immortalized as a typeface. So far, Tang says he has digitized around 300 of Lam's characters. He aims to do up to 13,000 by the end of the project.
As a graphic designer in Macau, I want my work to represent our history and culture. Certain things here are slowly fading away, like Mr. Lam's signs. If we don't take action to preserve his signs now, there might not be an opportunity in the future.
Technology may have disrupted Lam's business, but it's also opened up new opportunities and came with a couple of unexpected consequences.
I admit I wrote more beautifully in the past. Why can't I write as beautifully now that I'm older? Because I'm lazier now. Why am I lazier? Because I use a computer as well.
Christy Lustau, CNN.
The US President Donald Trump has reportedly expressed an interest in buying Greenland, but the Arctic islands giving the president a cold shoulder, you could say a cold response, saying, quote, we are open for business, but we are not for sale. CNN's Tom Freeman has more on Greenland's reaction. Completely insane. He's gone crazy. No, thank you. They're throwing Greenland over the whole idea that President Trump thinks maybe the United States should buy the world's largest island has been swift and strong. I can only laugh. He's lost marbles. He's lost his marbles. The White House is not saying if this isn't a serious proposal, and the Wall Street Journal, which broke the story, says. It's definitely real in the sense It's definitely real in the sense that he's talked about it a lot, and it's something that's definitely on his mind. As far as how real, I mean, it's not just how real. It's can he actually do it? Can he actually do it? The answer is probably no. No, because despite Trump's boast about its business skills, Greenland is owned by Denmark and home to 55,000 people whose autonomous government has tweeted Greenland is rich in valuable resources such as minerals, the purest water and ice, fish stocks, seafood, renewable energy, and it's a new frontier for adventure tourism. We are open for business, not for sale. But why does Greenland, which is 80% covered with ice, matter anyway? Oh, that's a clue. Greenland is a gateway to the Arctic, and its global warming opens the region to more exploration and traffic. A lot of countries are showing interest, including China and Russia. The US already has its biggest northernmost military base there. It's located 750 miles north of the Arctic Circle, which remains a critical area of the globe in terms of our ability to thwart and defend against particularly Russian threats. And history suggests this truly may not be a crazy idea. In 1867, the US bought another huge cold place, which is marked as a folly. But Alaska has worked out pretty well for American interests, and 2 times before, US officials have raised the notion of buying in Greenland. Still, the outlook for this real estate deal is not promising. It's not something you buy or sell. It's not something you buy or sell. If countries want other territories, it's war. Next month, President Trump will travel to Denmark to meet with the Prime Minister and the Premier of Greenland. Whether he will take his checkbook, no one knows. Next, the Amazon rainforest being protected from degradation after an indigenous tribe taken the government its plan to expand oil drilling. Since Beck Anderson's this report. Called the lungs of the earth. The Amazon is our world's largest rainforest and one of the most biologically diverse places on the planet. It's 6 million square kilometers of forest, a key buffer against increasing level of carbon in our atmosphere. But this precious natural resource has long been under threat. Now one tribe is fighting back. We came here for our right to live. We haven't come here to negotiate with the government. We came here to get the government to respect our jungle, our land. It's our home. Oh, Namati Nekwimo is a leader of Warani, one of a number of indigenous tribes that still call the rainforest home. The Ecuadorian government has sought to expand our production in the region to boost an ailing economy, a move that threatened the tribe way of life. In response, the Warani people have taken the streets and the courts of Ecuador to prevent the government selling their ancestral lands to oil companies. With the help of an NGO called Amazon Frontlines, the tribe won the landmark case in April, which campaigners say protects 500,000 acres of rainforest. That ruling was upheld against appeal by the Ministries of Environment and Energy, a second victory for Montana and her tribe. We have won the victory, and this means that our children and future generations are going to live healthy, free, and happy. This story is a rare glimmer of hope in the fight to save the Amazon, and could pave the way for other tribes to take similar action. Ecuadorian officials were not available for comment. In July, they said in a statement, "It's important to highlight that this ruling doesn't affect in any way the oil production in our community. We confirm our commitment to develop our natural resources with the highest social and environmental standards, respecting the community's rights in the key project areas. The only message I can give to the other country is to have a soul to defend our jungle for the future generations, because we are not children, and it's our children who benefit." While the Guarani lands are protected for now, other parts of the Amazon are at increasing risk. President Jair Bolsonaro has undone decades of rainforest protections, causing deforestation in Brazil to accelerate in June to over 1.5 fields. And the leading researchers to fear the Amazon is at a dangerous tipping point. Unless drastic action is taken, the mountain tribes like hers might be the last ones standing in defense of this priceless natural resource. Modernization of Asian art. Today in Macau, the convenience technology means the fewer and fewer storefront signs are actually being made by hand. But for one typographer, the painstaking process behind writing and carving Chinese characters by hand is well worth the extra effort. Now, he's working to preserve the decade-long art from the truly Macau form, the truly of Macau. Kirsty Luder still introduces us to the artist and the delicate balance of his brush. Imagine a big-headed guy with tiny legs. This wouldn't be good. Just like a human body, Chinese characters need to be in good shape, good proportion, and look pleasing to the eyes. This workshop in Macau. Then when he was looking for an exaggerationist, looking for an exaggeration in his handwritten words. For more than 30 years, he's been creating storefront signs in the former Portuguese colony, hundreds of which, he says, still pepper the Macanese streets. I've always been interested in Chinese characters. When I was a student, classmates would ask me to write for them because they liked the look of my handwriting. When I got older, people told me that I should open my own business. Typographer by trade, his work starts with the basics. A typographer by trade, His work starts with the basics: brush, ink, paper. In each of his characters, says he aims for trifecta balance, clarity, and liveliness. I started doing this when I was 30 years old. At that time, computers were not popular yet. So people still asked you to handwrite for them. In 2014, a chance meeting led Lam to local typeface designer Benito, a long-time fan of his work. I would say that handwritten signs like Mr. Lam's convey more emotion and humanness, while digitally printed design feels lifeless. To Together, the two decided to digitize Lam's handwriting, with every stroke and every character replicated in Tan's computer and immortalized as a typeface. So far, Tan says he has digitized around 300 of Lam's characters. He aims to do up to 13,000 by the end of the project. As a graphic designer in Macau, I want my work to represent our history and culture. Certain things are here slowly fading away, like Mr. Lam's signs. If we don't take action to preserve his fonts now, there might not be opportunity in the future. Technology may have disrupted Lam's business, but it's also opened up new opportunities. Technology may have disrupted Lam's business, but it's also opened up new opportunities. It came with a couple of unexpected consequences. I admit I wrote more beautifully in the past. Why can't I write as beautifully now that I'm older? Because I'm lazier now. Why am I lazier? Because I use a computer as well.